My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now joined on live stream for The Cure by, hands down, one of the most wonderful people on the entire planet. The We're shirt twinsies. I love you so much. M from Verbal Diorama is here. How are you?
Hi. Little bit stressed because we've been having some microphone issues in the green room, but hopefully you can hear me okay.
I can hear you perfect.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. And thank you for my t-shirt, which I received I don't know, like 4 weeks ago.
It was on a ship, I assume, for 11 months, just floating around the Atlantic somewhere until it finally got to the UK. So I moved. I was supposed to. M bought a shirt last year for last year's event. That's this shirt, and I when I moved, because I'd sent one and then that one got lost, so then I sent another one, and I didn't send another one. I packaged another one, but then I moved and it got buried in a box somewhere, and I was unpacking, like getting all of my materials out for this year's event to be like, ooh, what can I give away as prizes? Something I have done zero of since the event started on Thursday. And then I was like, M, so by the way, I still have your
So I forgive you. It's not a problem. But now, look, we're shirt twins. And I was actually really jealous because I was watching the live stream. I think it was yesterday, and I'm really sorry, I can't remember who I was watching, but they had the new shirts, and I was like, I wish that I had my shirt, because obviously I have ordered a shirt, but I'm expecting it in around 10 to 11 months.
Yes.
So hopefully I can wear this year's shirt next year.
I've set a calendar reminder for, say, March of 2023. Just to go dig it out, because I buried it in the basement. I wanted to get like a lot of mildewy, like moldy kind of smells and stuff. So it has some musk to it when I ship it across the Atlantic to you.
Oh, I love a good musk.
Oh my goodness. You are M from the amazing Verbal Diorama, but if anybody out there who's watching does not know what Verbal Diorama is or what you're all about, please tell them a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So yeah, my name is Em, and I'm from I am the podcast Verbal Diorama, and it's basically all about the history and legacy of movies you know and movies you don't. And one of the things that I like to do on my podcast is I like to do something called an obligatory Keanu reference. And every episode I like to try and link the movie I'm featuring with Keanu Reeves. Now, sometimes the links can be a little bit obscure. Sometimes they're kind of not. Sometimes they're really easy. Sometimes they're literally like Keanu Reeves lives in Hollywood. It's like, okay. But yeah, so what I thought I would do for this segment, and to be honest, I have no idea if I've literally pretty much all day been posting on like social media with like timings for like how long it's going to be till now. And I'm really hoping that people are actually like tuning in. I hope that I've got some viewers, because that would be embarrassing if this was like the only segment that didn't have any viewers.
But I think we have -6 viewers now. I don't even know how that happened. But we have had a request. And I can't believe I didn't hit the button earlier. We have had a request from Stu over in the chat for this.
In a world overflowing with movies, we need a hero. Someone to separate the bad from the good.
I totally forgot that I had put that on the soundboard. Stu, thank you so much for reminding me.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for playing my theme music. I don't know if I mentioned, because I don't actually mention this very often, but a lot of people think it's me singing. It's not me singing at all. But it's actually my cousin. So that is actually the vocal talents of my cousin singing that song. Yeah, so to be honest, this segment is going to be totally winging it because I have not planned anything. I just thought we would like totally wing an hour of obligatory Keanu references. And Nick, I'm going to need you to help me because, and to be fair, I want to do this with you anyway, because you know that I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to do anything with you. So
true.
And yeah, so what I've done is I've actually got, you can see just to my left here, the man himself, the great man himself, is adorned on my wall. That's one of my favourite pictures in my whole house. And what I've also done is I have decorated the area with some Keanu DVDs, and basically tried to find everything that I could with Keanu's face on it. You'll also notice, and this is something that I'm not going to really dwell on, but last year, obviously, Livestream for the Cure last year was pretty much one of my favourite things that I did last year. And the reason why it was one of my favourite things was because I had Jess with me last year. And obviously she cannot be with me this time round. And I'm quite mindful last year that I got a lot of donations just because Jess was like super cute and really funny. And I am not super cute or really funny. So I'm kind of going to try and get as many donations as I possibly can without her. She is here. This is the lovely portrait that I had made of her. So I wanted to have her over my shoulder and involved in this segment. And I literally, like I say, I have no plans for what I was going to do. But if anyone does want to donate, now, Jess was 1 week shy of her 18th birthday when she died in March. And obviously, I want people to donate as much money as possible because that's why we're here. We're here to raise as much money as possible. But if people do want to donate for Jess, that would mean a lot to me personally because she should be here. I had all of my plans were she was going to be here. And obviously she can't. But she was nearly 18. So if anyone wants to like donate $18 hashtag for Jess, that would be amazing. And, you know, let's just say anyone who donates hashtag for Jess, I'll pick out like winners and stuff. And yeah, I'll sort out like a prize. I'll like sort out a t-shirt or merch or whatever. I haven't, like I say, I haven't planned this. But
Here comes the money.
It didn't take long. Christiani with $18 for Jess.
Oh my god, amazing! Thank you, Chris. Yeah, and the other idea that I had, I don't know how this is going to work either. But obviously, this is going to be obligatory Keanu references. And when you think of Keanu Reeves, there's only one number that springs to mind, and that is 69. So if you don't want to, if you think $18 is too little, then maybe you could donate $69 in honor of the great man himself. Amazing. And it's so cool because literally on my headphones, all I hear is "Here comes the money," and it's amazing. Right, we need to crack on. 69, dude.
We have $18 donations from Gerald from 2Ps, Julio from the Contrarians, who said M's wish is our command, and Stu from SWO. There's another one from Jared Taylor, hashtag for Jess. Get them in there, people. Hashtag for Jess. Get those donations in there, ladies and gentlemen. Because, I mean, I know, like, how much absolute joy she brought you and how much she meant to you. And that episode from Deep Blue Sea, it was a tough listen because of how raw your emotions were in that episode.
Yeah. It was, I've got to be really careful because it's still very, very, very raw and very difficult for me to talk about. So, and the last thing I want to do on here is like cry because no one wants that. No one is like logging onto this for me to like be like crying in a microphone. So,
Or is that exactly why we're here?
I mean,
actually, they're tuning in to see you sweat into a microphone because you're going to be talking about Keanu Reeves for a whole hour. I'm actually generally concerned about you. I really feel like we need to have a friend or family member stop by and make sure you're okay after talking about Keanu Reeves for a whole hour, that you haven't gone into some kind of frenzy or something after that.
well, this is the thing, because I know Julio was expecting my Keanu erotic fan fiction. So basically, if it gets to a point where that's what I need to do, then I will do it. And I haven't written any, but I'll make it up. I'll make it up on the spot.
We have more donations for your reference pod. Wayne Aruzu, the Magic Man himself, will be coming up later tonight, and from me as well. $18 donations. #4Jess.
Oh, amazing. And also, for your ref pod, I know that it's like 2 a.m. for Katie at the moment. And I know she said earlier that she was going to try and tune in. And I said, I'm not going to blame you because it's 2 a.m. in Sydney. And that's amazing. And she's amazing. Thank you so much, Katie. Thank you,
Katie.
Everyone. That's amazing. Okay. So, yeah, let's crack on with some obligatory Keanu references. So, yeah, basically, I want people to give me movies. Give me a movie. And me and Nick are going to try and find an obligatory Keanu reference for that movie. And obviously, if you've already donated, make sure you put a movie in the comments or something so that we know what you want us to do. The only thing I'll say is if I don't know the movie, then I'm going to struggle. But
then the Keanu references are going to get really strange.
Yeah, it might literally just be he lives in Hollywood, and that's where movies are filmed. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. And
we did have that was a $69 donation, by the way, from Craig, my buddy Craigie.
Oh, amazing! 69, dude. Love it. Love it. Thank you so
much. Brad says #moist for Keanu in the chat. Sure. And the first one, we've got our first one. We've got to do obligatory Keanu references. The film Glory Days from like 1995, starring Ben Affleck and a bunch of I can't even remember. Isn't Judge Reinhold in that movie, Brad? I can't remember 100%.
Okay. I'll be honest. I don't know that movie at all. Okay. So if it's got like Ben Affleck in it. Okay, how can we link Keanu to Glory Days? Well, I can say that every day with Keanu is a glory day.
Boom.
So
hang on, wait.
What?
This is why she's not going to be okay after this hour, guys. She's not going to be. We got to go check on her. Somebody's going to have to check on her after this.
Okay, do we have any others?
Okay, we have Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay. Beverly Hills Cop. Well, Keanu Reeves played a cop in Speed.
Boom.
So, and that was in LA. It wasn't specifically Beverly Hills, but Detective Jack Traven, everybody. Literally the fittest Keanu Reeves ever been. So,
speaking of Judge Reinhold, Gremlins, says Julio.
Oh, okay. Well, I did an episode on Gremlins, so I'm going to cheat. Let me. Where's the one that I did for Gremlins?
I love the idea right now of her looking at a master list of all of her previous obligatory Keanu references.
Do you know what? I don't actually have a master list. I try not to do the same ones every episode, but it is getting quite difficult now. So inevitably, you may find that. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down my Gremlins document. Let me see. What did I say for Gremlins? So okay, this is a good one. So Gremlins inspired a Scottish post-rock band to name themselves Mogwai. They're still together. Mogwai played Glastonbury one year, found a suspicious liquid that may or may not be wee, that may or may not once have belonged in Keanu Reeves' body. That was the obligatory Keanu reference for episode 74 on Gremlins, which also featured Jess.
I love you so much.
Jess
You're like
was in
my
that
favorite
episode.
person in the whole world. I swear to God.
You're my favorite person in the whole world. This is just one big love fin, and it's amazing.
It really, really is.
Okay, what else have we got?
We've got Underworld.
Underworld? Oh, well, that's really easy because Underworld is about vampires. And obviously, Keanu was in Bram Stoker's Dracula, the greatest vampire movie with the greatest acting that Keanu's ever done. So, yeah, that one's cool. Yeah.
We have Gerald, why are you the way that you are? Battlefield Earth.
The John Travolta one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Forrest Whitaker's in it. I don't know if that helps.
I've never seen Battlefield Earth, but that's the Scientology one, isn't it?
It is that.
Okay, so in that case then, Keanu Reeves is not a Scientologist in any way, shape or form. He would never be a Scientologist, and therefore he would never have starred in Battlefield Earth because it's a movie about Scientology. And as we all know, Keanu Reeves is the purest and most beautiful soul, other than Nick Haskins, on this earth.
I love you so much. We have, so ladies and gentlemen, again, donate $18 in honor of Jess.
Yes.
M's beautiful cat sitting right over her shoulder there. Donate $18. Hashtag for Jess. Make it rain in the chat. And we are less than $200 away from $13,000.
Oh my God! Wouldn't it be amazing if we could hit that? That would be incredible.
And you
And
can
you know
also
what,
donate
actually-
$69 in honor of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
For some
you know-
reason.
And you know what? Actually, one of the things that I wanted to do in my segment was I wanted to donate myself as well, because I've actually got $100 donation to put in from the patrons of this podcast.
Well, see, I thought you were donating yourself, as in like you were going to be a prize that was going to be offered in this segment.
Well, you know, I am single, and I'm always interested.
So if you're a top donor in the chat and you're in the UK,
you get a free date. It's only going to cost you $69. So that's a really bad joke, but it made you laugh.
you're going to hit $20,000 right now. Get them in here, ladies and gentlemen.
So actually, I'm going to try and simultaneously donate at the same time as being live. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I really genuinely do have money to donate. And it's not going to take us past, what did you say, 13 grand?
We're almost at
$13,000
$13,000 now. Yeah, we're climbing toward it.
Okay, well,
So while you do that, we can talk about the next film, Whiplash.
Oh, the J.K. Simmons and
Miles Teller, yep.
Miles Teller. Okay. Okay. So Miles Teller was in that Fantastic movie, wasn't he? That was a bit duff.
Yes.
Keanu Reeves is similarly Fantastic. That's a really bad one. I'm so sorry. It's because I'm trying to do more than one thing at a time. I'm trying to donate
Listen,
at the same
no
time.
one promised that these were going to be like earth-shatteringly great obligatory Keanu references. In fact, they're probably all going to be as cheesy as possible. I feel like that's our speed, though. That's our speed.
They have to be, don't they?
Yeah.
And, you know, if people, I tell you what, if anyone wants to donate $690, like right now, like $69, then I'll try and come up with like literally the greatest obligatory Keanu reference known to man. Or even better, let's, $6,900. If anything with like 69 in with with zeros on the end. I'll do the best one in the world, but literally the greatest. Sorry, I'm trying to donate at the same time. I am so unprofessional. And also, I'll admit, I was a little bit nervous coming into this. Oh God, it's going to text me a code. Oh, okay, hold on. Sorry. I'm
Supernatural, the
so
TV show.
I've never seen Supernatural because, let's be honest, it's not as good as Buffy, is it?
Ooh, now she's throwing shade.
I've never seen it. So I don't even know who's in that.
Jensen Ackles is the only person I know of that's in it.
I
know there's
have
another
no idea
person
who
that
that
is like the other co-star of it, but presumably at some point, I'll handle this one while you take care of your donation. Presumably at some point in its 15,000 year run, someone who was on or associated with Supernatural probably met Keanu Reeves or worked with him. Right?
Yeah.
Wait, does that work for you?
Works
And there
for
we
me.
go. $100 donation. # for Jess. Thank you so much, M.
That's what she would want. That's absolutely what she would want. And also, just on a personal note, I know that it's kind of nothing to do with it, but going through any sort of loss, any sort of grief or anything like that, you kind of realize what's important in life. And similarly, losing her and kind of that feeling of not being able to do anything about it, and not being able to help. I mean, to be fair, she was almost 18, and I will never know what she died of. But if we can stop anyone in the world having to live with that grief and loss and fear and all of that because of a disease that we can cure, if we can cure cancer and we can stop all of that grief and all of that loss and all of that fear, if statistically 1 in 2 of us is going to be affected by cancer, we all need to do something to help that. And that's why this event is so amazing, and that's why I've tried to be involved as much as I can be. I even kind of, tried to looked on a little bit when I probably shouldn't. But yeah, it's such an amazing event, and you are so amazing for doing this, and Dan and Gerald and everyone so amazing for doing this, and I'm genuinely so happy to be here. But I want more. Give me more money. Give me more $18 donations for Jess, and give me more $69 donations for the great man. Look at how amazing this man is. Look.
So I donated $18.69. They said # for Jess, and then they said # 69 ... dollars.
69, dude. Yeah. That's amazing. Do we have any more movies?
The First Wives Club.
That's okay. That's like Goldie Hawn and is that Diane Keaton in that? I think it is Diane Keaton, isn't it? Diane Keaton was in Something's Gotta Give with Keanu Reeves because they went out on a date in Something's Gotta Give, and then Diane Keaton ended up with Jack Nicholson at the end, and it's like, love, why would you end up with Jack Nicholson? Keanu Reeves is right there. Like, are you blind? So basically, she totally should have ended up with Keanu Reeves in that movie. So yeah, that one's pretty easy. Give me another.
We have. I want an M history breakdown episode of Battlefield Earth. No one wants that but you, Brad.
Do you really want that, Brad?
We have Mookie, and I know exactly who donated in Mookie's name. # for Jess, # Cats Rule. That's from Rebecca.
Oh, thank you.
And that officially puts us over the $13,000 mark, ladies and gentlemen. $13,026.95. Keep those donations coming in honor of Jess.
That's amazing. Oh my God. Do you know what? I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry on the microphone. I've done that too many times over the last couple of months. But probably when we finish, I'll probably have a bit of a cry because, yeah, she would love this. And do you know what? She would revel in all of this adulation because, to her, she was like the greatest thing on the planet. And to me, she was the greatest thing on the planet. And do you know what else she'd do? She'd stick her bum right in the camera. And, you know, that's just what she would do. Oh my God, this is so cool.
We have Drew Hallam jumping in with an $18 donation. Challenge Connect 2000's Dungeons and Dragons. Isn't that the one with Jeremy Irons and Thora Birch and others?
Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, okay. Trying to think of a movie with Keanu in that's got a dungeon or a dragon. Well, because Dungeons and Dragons is like it's based on the game, isn't it? So
Theoretically, it is.
Is that? I'm trying to think of. Do you remember the guy who used to play Jimmy Olsen in? It was like the Dean Cain Superman show. I think the guy who played Jimmy Olsen was in that Dungeons and Dragons.
You may be right on that. I'm not sure.
To be honest, I've not seen that one. I can't recall a movie where Keanu's ever fought a dragon. Although, Keanu is actually in my dungeon right now. It may or may not be a sex dungeon. I can neither confirm nor deny that I have a sex dungeon. And that's how I write my erotic fan fiction. That's especially for Julio.
If you think M has a sex dungeon, please donate. Please donate something and say hashtag M sex dungeon. If you believe that she does, drown her out with the sound of donations coming in. Meanwhile, Phil Rude says Superman 3.
Superman 3. Oh my God, that's so random. Well, Superman 3 is the one with Richard Pryor.
Yep.
I believe. Crikey. Okay. Well, I mean, the easiest and cheapest way for me to link Keanu Reeves to Superman 3 is to say that Keanu is Superman.
Well, he will be League of Super Pets, or wait, he'll be Batman. Which one will he be? I can't remember.
No, he's Batman. Yeah, no, he's Batman in the League of Super Pets.
But Superman will be in it, probably.
Yeah. Well, I used that most recently in the episode that I did on Superman. I think I used, or was it the other one? I can't remember, but I used the DC League of Super Pets one.
Pretty sure you leaned on that one a couple times, if I...
Yeah, like I say, I try not to recycle them, but you know, if I change a few words here or there, they're not technically the same. So,
one of my favorites. I love this movie, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Oh, I love Jay and Silent Bob. Well, you know, Jay and Silent Bob, they're known for doing lots of drugs, aren't they? Unlike Keanu Reeves, who I don't think Keanu Reeves has touched a drug in his life. Like, I think he's a very clean living. You know, he's the sort of boy that you take home to your parents. And literally, I wish I could take Keanu home to my parents, but he's tied up in the dungeon. So
I was going to say, you're going to have to unchain him from the dungeon.
Exactly. I'm not going to unchain him from the dungeon because that's where we get up to all the freaky shit. So yeah. This is so much fun. Let's do some more. And also, where are all the donations gone? Because I'm not hearing any. Here comes the money. So yeah, give donations. Please donate.
My favorite part, and I mean, I'm getting there in the chat, guys. Like the chat, like I'm trying to go through the movies as they're coming in. But people, like, I'm just now getting to the reactions of shots fired at Supernatural. Gerald says R.I.P. Supernatural. M has spoken. I now hate it.
Buffy's better.
Wayne says, to be fair, Buffy rocks. Ooh, wait, we got a donation. Julio with a $69 donation says hashtag sex dungeon diorama. Are we looking at another offshoot podcast, perhaps? Maybe you and Ray from Being Bookish can meet up, and you guys can do erotica from the Verbal Diorama sex dungeon.
I mean, that would be amazing. I'd be down for that.
And speaking of erotica in all of its forms, leg, vaginas, and all, David Cronenberg's Crash, Julio, you sick bastard.
Also never seen Crash. Is that the one where they have sex in car crashes.
That is the one where they have sex in car crashes, and James Spader at one point has sex with someone's leg wound. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, Justin Winters, for making me watch it.
Okay. Okay. Why? Well, how are we getting into the freaky shit? I like it, but how are we getting into the freaky shit?
I blame Ray for being bookish because she was one of the early. I mean, first of all, we had Loisos to kick off all of the guest proceedings, and he is sexualism like personified. And then she did nothing but read erotica, and just everybody got horny.
Yeah, I was there, and it was amazing. Yeah. Okay. Crash. Well, you know.
Who else is in Crash? I can't remember who else is in Crash.
Well, I was just thinking, if we're talking about Crash, we're talking about like cars and we're talking about traffic. So I kind of would go back to Speed and be all like, well, there was a kind of crash in Speed. I know there was like a bush that crashed into a plane. Maybe someone saw that and thought, oh, that's really hot, like literally hot because it was like flames and stuff, but also like sexually hot as well to have a bus crash into a plane. And, you know, everything that goes on in Speed, it's like proper horny stuff. You know, you've got Keanu Reeves, you've got Sandra Bullock. They're practically doing it when they're stuck in that subway train, aren't they? And it's really hot. So, yeah, I'd go back to Speed because literally that is the hottest Keanu. That is like I was gonna say the F word, but I realised I don't swear. Although I do. Yeah. That would be the one.
Brad, I hate you so much. Pitch Black.
Pitch Black. Okay, that's Vin Diesel, isn't it? Vin Diesel.
It is indeed.
Okay. Well, Vin Diesel's been in pretty much every movie ever made, hasn't he? So,
who else is in that movie? Oh, that's right. It's a bunch of like nobodies. Yeah. Cole Hauser. Oh, Keith David's in it. That's right. Rhoda Mitchell's in it. I don't think this is helping you.
Yeah. It's not. I'm just trying to think. Well, okay, so in Pitch Black, you have all of those like monsters, and it's all like the dark, isn't it? And the monsters, excuse me, they're in the dark. And then you could kind of look at maybe they're in the dark because they're in hell. And then maybe you could go to Constantine and the scene where John Constantine goes to hell and there's like monsters in hell and they're all like, and he gives them the finger and like it's like Satan and everything. And it's a great movie, Constantine, by the way. I think that's so underrated. And I've actually got it here. Constantine. And also, you could kind of say Constantine links to the Devil's Advocate because, like, Satan. But yeah.
Now you're giving them away for free.
Well, you know.
Let's see. Children of the Corn.
Oh, Jesus. Right. Okay. Children of the Corn. That's the one about the children who were creepy, and no one likes creepy children. I tell you who doesn't like creepy children. Let me think of a Keanu character who doesn't like creepy children. Literally every Keanu character known to man doesn't like creepy children because no one likes creepy children.
It's true.
You know when you've got like creepy children with black eyes, no one wants that.
It's true.
And I heard like that's an actual phenomena. I think they're called black-eyed children. And I was listening to a podcast once. They were talking about like supernatural things, not the TV show because Buffy's better, but actual supernatural things. And black-eyed children are a thing apparently. And I don't know why I'm going down this tangent, but it's just to say that no one likes creepy children. Even Keanu Reeves doesn't like creepy children. So I'm sorry, creepy children. If you're a child and you're creepy, even Keanu doesn't like you.
And now, I know this is one of his favorite movies of all time. Joey DiCarlo from So Wizard put in Batman versus Superman.
Well,
he does love it a lot. He tells me privately a lot. Like he's got to keep up this public face of no, I don't like it.
Okay, well, I guess I'd have to bring up that Keanu's going to be starring as Batman in the DC League of Super Pets, which also stars Superman. So, literally Batman and Superman together in
he is
both
a
of those
super
movies.
man.
He's a Superman.
Yeah.
And yeah. I'm sorry, these are so crap. I literally have planned none of this. I'm just having the best time ever. And where are the donations, people? Because I'm not hearing any donations. Obviously, if people want to donate like $10, $20, $30, whatever, you don't have to stick to like the 18 and the 69. That's just my preference. I always prefer a 69. But if you don't prefer a 69, if 69 is not for you right now, and you prefer something different, then yeah, if you want to donate like $5 instead, then just do it. Because yeah, I can't believe we've hit 13,000. That's amazing. But I'm not going to be like ridiculous and say, let's do 14, because that's just crazy. I mean, look, right? If we could do like 18 for Jess, $18,000 in like 20 minutes, can we do it?
Everybody start
Let's try.
texting everybody you know and just send them the link and say, it's for the most amazing cat ever.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. And then we've got more people talking about Supernatural in the chat. Christine says, it involves the
okay.
Supernatural. Keanu is Constantine. He could have helped them do Supernatural stuff.
He could have, yeah. The buff
Wayne
is still
said
better.
there was an angel in Supernatural, and Keanu once played Constantine, a chain-smoking cynic with the ability to perceive the true visage of half angels and half demons on the human plane. So there's that. Let's see.
Yeah, that's better.
Let's see.
I'm just rubbish at them for doing them in the fly. Like, normally I have Google to help me.
Okay.
I don't have Google to help me.
Brad will give up his one good Achilles tendon for a Battlefield Earth episode, Em.
Really?
I'm going to meet him in July, so if you plan a Battlefield Earth episode, I will go to...
Here comes the money.
Ooh. I will literally cut his other Achilles tendon when I go to meet him in July. An $18.69 donation from Brad. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. There he is.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, Brad. Yeah, I can't remember if I said before, thank you everyone who has donated so far. It's just been like amazing. I had like
Monty
a figure in my
Python and the
mind.
Holy Grail.
Monty Python? Oh, okay. Well, Keanu's not the Messiah, but he is a very naughty boy. So that's probably the best link that I can do for Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, throw this away.
Is that Rebecca?
It's Rebecca.
Hi. Literally, I know she can't hear me, but I just wanted to say hi to her anyway.
She's putting on headphones. She has headphones so she can monitor from here.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying before. But yeah, that's the one for Holy Grail. Keanu's not the Messiah, but he's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy, etc.
Oh my goodness. We also have Brad said Vin Diesel is in the Fast and the Furious, and M's love for Keanu is Fast and Furious.
It's very fast. I mean, very and very furious. Yeah.
Well, there is
He
a
would
sex
agree
dungeon
in the
involved.
sex dungeon. Yeah. Yeah.
And when we have the social network, so yeah, throw in more movies in the chat, guys, for obligatory Keanu references you'd like to hear. But yeah, the social network.
The social network. Okay. So, ooh, right. God, it's really hard to do these on the fly. Normally I do have the help of Google. I don't have the help of Google this time. I really like the social network, by the way. That is definitely going to be an episode in the future because I think that movie is super.
Masterpiece. It's a masterpiece.
So who's in the social network? We've got Andrew Garfield. Can I just say how much I love Andrew Garfield? I know that he's not like everyone's favorite Spider-Man, but
is he down
love
in
him.
Is he down in the dungeon too?
He would be if I could find him, and he's quite nifty, isn't he? Literally, he's Spider-Man. But yeah, he's not particularly easy to catch, but I am a huge fan of that man. So we've got Andrew Garfield in that movie. We've got
Hang on a minute. Stu, the social network is infinitely better than Die Hard. Infinitely.
Here comes the
Don't,
money.
is it better than Die Hard? Die classic.
We have Katie from For Your Reference donating $69.
Oh my god!
Visual Dungeon Rama.
Oh my god. Oh, I love her so much. She's amazing, and I can't believe she's still up. Go to bed, Katie.
How
Jesus.
much do we have to get to in donations for you to give people a tour of your sex dungeon?
Literally next year we'll be live from the sex dungeon. Oh my god, I can't believe that I'm telling everyone about my sex dungeon. Yeah. What were we talking about? The social network. Okay, so the social network is basically the story of Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, and it's got who plays Zuckerberg in that movie again? I can't remember.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yep.
Okay. I don't think Keanu's been in a movie with Jesse Eisenberg. I don't think he's been in one with Andrew Garfield. The Social Network. Okay, so here's the best one I can think of. The Social Network is about Facebook, and it's a social network. So it's a social network. And what's also technically a network is the machines in the Matrix, which also stars Keanu Reeves. And, you know, he has to choose which pill he's going to take, whether he's going to stay in the reality or whether he's going to, you know, not stay in the virtual reality or be actually in reality. But it's still technically a social network.
Is that actually a thing? Does Keanu actually love NSYNC? Does it? Oh, that was Rebecca. She said Justin Timberlake sends the Social Network and Keanu loves NSYNC. Probably.
I mean, everyone loves NSYNC, don't they? Let's be honest. They are one of the best boy bands.
Katie did want to mention that 2 a.m. is primo dungeon time, by the way.
I know Katie's got a sex dungeon. She would never say, because she's such a lady. I mean, she literally is the most perfect lady in all of existence. I know she's got a sex dungeon. That's where she keeps Oti. I'm sure of it. Oti loves it, though. Sorry if I'm giving away all your secrets, Katie. Yeah. So,
Yaney.
What's he saying?
Well, we had one before Yaney. I'll get that one in a second. But
okay.
Jared Taylor says, since we're talking sex dungeons, let's go with 50 Shades of Grey.
Do you know what? I'll be completely honest. I could not watch that movie. I think I got 20 minutes in and I was just like, it was really crap.
It's actively bad.
It's yeah, it's not a great movie. I mean, I don't think I won't use the sex dungeon link because I've already used the sex dungeon link. So how about okay, how am I gonna do 50 Shades of Grey? Okay, so there are approximately 50 Shades of Grey in the movie A Scanner Darkly. Parentheses, that may or may not be true, but but there's, you know, the rotoscoped animation in A Scanner Darkly. They did have, I can't remember exactly how many, you know, how many different shades of color that they used in that movie, but I assume there were 50 shades of the color gray at some point in that movie. So let's just go with that because that's
I'm here for it.
One. So yeah.
Julio wants to know if we've had a graphic Keanu sex scene or is Dracula the closest we got. I think we're gonna get that next year on Livestream for the Cure by the sounds of it.
Well, I tell you what, there is a really good sex scene between Keanu and Charlize Theron in The Devil's Advocate. It's actually really quite hot, and you see his butt, and he's got a good butt. So it's not like it's not like hardcore, but it's quite sexy. He basically does her on the floor.
And we have Chris Yaney put in the movie Reap, a Paul Prezula production, which, if you're not aware, is a movie that Paul and Wayne, like, of The Countdown, and a bunch of their friends made like 20-some years ago that no one has ever seen because they refused to let anyone see it.
I've never even heard of it. But Reap, I assume is short for the Reaper, aka the Grim Reaper. And in Constantine, Keanu dies. His character dies and goes to hell and then comes back and all of that.
Spoiler
So
alert.
technically meets like the Grim Reaper. Yeah, spoiler alert for a movie that's like 20 years old plus. Um, but yeah, that's probably the best that I'm going to do for a movie that technically doesn't exist, that I've never seen. I'm just taking it that it's called Reap because of like death. I don't know.
We
But-
have Brad checking in with Beverly Hills Ninja.
What is it with Beverly Hills? We've had Beverly Hills Cop. Okay, Ninja. Well, you know, Keanu's quite good with the martial arts, isn't he? He's quite nifty with the martial arts. He did some martial arts in The Matrix. He did martial arts in 47 Ronin. Was he a ninja in 47 Ronin? Probably. So yeah, I'll use the 47 Ronin, which is not a terrible movie. I know it's got a really bad reputation, but it's actually not that bad. So yeah, I'm going to say he's a ninja in that movie. I don't think he is, but I'm going to say he is for the purposes of this. Yeah, this is so much fun, by the way. I'm absolutely loving this.
What about
Yeah.
a movie that I absolutely adore, Sideways?
I've never seen that one either. Oh my God, I'm so crap. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
I'm
I
the
don't
one.
even
That's
know who's
my
in that
line,
movie.
Em.
I know. It's like literally. And the thing is, look, just before we go into Sideways, when you have a movie podcast, it's like you're not allowed to not have seen a movie, because now I've got a movie podcast. Anytime someone says to me, "Oh, you know, have you seen Sideways?" and I'm like, "No, I've not seen it," they're like, "You haven't seen it."
I'm so happy I
thought
have
you were
you
a
as my
movie
best
podcast.
friend.
Thank you for the follow, Maddie.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's like I'm not allowed to not have seen movies now. But I haven't seen that. I don't even know who's in it. Is that a Coen Brothers movie?
No, that's Alexander
don't-
Payne.
I don't know that movie. Is that the movie about wine?
Yep. Paul Giamatti,
Okay.
Thomas Hayden Church, Virginia Madsen, Lucy Liu.
Okay. Well, okay. So I can tell you a little hint into my life. Is that when I store Keanu in the sex dungeon, he is stored sideways. It's just
Oh my God, I love you. Oh my God.
I don't even know how. The thing is, okay, I know that in a sex dungeon you don't store people, because that sounds like I've got like a folder of like men in the sex dungeon, and I'm just like sliding him into the folder. I don't know why I said store him sideways. I don't know. Easy access. I don't know. What am I saying? God, I hope my mum's not watching this.
Can we get some donations? Can we get some donations, please, for hashtag store him sideways? Brad, I hate you
Can we
so
get some
much.
donations to shut me up, please.
Brad
Literally.
says Waterworld.
Waterworld. Okay.
I mean, this is the easiest one in the history of all of them that we've done today, because Dennis Hopper's in Waterworld.
Of course. Yeah. I feel like we've gone for speed quite a lot though, and because this is like the third one in a row, like not in a row, but the third one for speed. But I don't care, because this is what happens when you wing it. And unlike an episode of my podcast where it's meticulously planned to the nth degree, this is not planned at all. This is basically off the cuff, random thoughts out of my brain, which is why we're talking about sex dungeons.
Yeah. Randomly
so-
talking about sex dungeons.
But I just feel a little bit like people who are tuning in thinking, her podcast is so professional. I literally had that the other day. Someone said my delivery was so professional. And I was like, oh my God, this is
That
amazing.
was a wonderful. I saw that, and that's true. Like you're
know.
like everything about your show is like so well done. I love you so much.
I know, but it's so meticulously planned because that's what I am. Like, I'm a planner. And then I thought, I'll come to this and I won't plan anything. I'll just do it on the fly. It'll be fun. And literally, it's gone to 69's sex dungeons, storing them sideways, and yeah, it's basically just going down a slope of smut and filth. I mean, I love it; it's great, but I'm not doing the best advertisement for my very very good worthy podcast that takes a lot of my time, and I do a lot of research for, and yeah, I meticulously plan my podcast. Please listen to my podcast. It's nothing like this. So like, if this is offending you because of all the smut and filth, Verbal Diorama is nothing like that, literally.
And
And
for
yeah.
the people who are really enjoying M's smut and filth, stay tuned for Sex Dungeonorama coming sometime later this summer.
Oh my god.
The offshoot
Yeah.
podcast where it's just her and Keanu talking about things.
Do you know what? Oh, that would be like my goal for Verbal Diorama. My one aim, whether it's that, you know, I interview him for like the writing that I do, or, you know, he rings in or whatever, I don't care, but I would love it. That would like make my world if I could get him on the podcast in some way. That would be, I mean, I feel like
Just take a microphone downstairs.
yeah, but he doesn't do any talking, Nick. That's not what we use his mouth for in the sex dungeon.
Oh my god.
It's so sweet and innocent. But yeah, that would be like the ultimate aim for Verbal Diorama, would be to get him on. So yeah, if he's watching, I'm so sorry. Please don't sue me. But yeah, come on my podcast.
I think we have a time for a couple more here. So Jared Taylor has Back to the Future.
Oh my god, do you know what? Genuinely, before I put this t-shirt on, I had a Back to the Future t-shirt on. Yeah, we're t-shirt twins. I had a Back to the Future t-shirt on today. And I love that movie so much.
Brad. Oh my god. I mean, that's got to win comment of the day probably. For Back to Waterworld, M thinking of Keanu is a Waterworld. Back to the Future.
Not wrong. Back
Wholesome
to the future.
80s family stuff of about a mother wanting to sleep with her son.
Yeah. Okay. So Back to the Future. Okay. Oh, I know. This is an easy one. So in Bill and Ted, Keanu goes back in time and then he comes back to the future because they need to do the history project. So they go back in time to do the history project and then they end up back in the future.
Bam.
To present the history project. And Bill and Ted is there. Just like, you know, advertising Keanu's movies at the same time. Buy Keanu's movies. We need to fund the toys in the sex dungeon somehow. So
all of the residuals checks just come to M.
Oh my god, I can't believe we've got like 5 minutes left.
Psycho
we need more
Gorman.
donations. Do you know what? I've still not seen Psycho Gorman. So I don't know what that movie's about, but I assume it's about, is it something to do with John Wick? Because I haven't mentioned John Wick yet. Does Psycho Gorman have a dog? I don't know.
Someone who's in it has a dog if it doesn't have a dog in it specifically. We could make it as tenuous as possible.
Yeah.
Like the slightest thread that we can link.
Yeah, so, okay, someone on the production of Psycho Gorman has a dog. And maybe that dog died in tragic circumstances. Similarly to John Wick's dog, which, as we know, Keanu as John Wick killed a lot of people because someone killed his puppy. Basically, what we're saying is don't kill puppies because no one wants that. And Keanu will come after you if you kill a dog. So yeah, I assume someone on the production of Psycho Gorman has a puppy that may or may not have died. And we're very sad about that. Yeah, I don't know. I've not seen that movie, so I don't know. I don't know about it. But I have been recommended that movie, so I will see it eventually.
Ooh, that's a good one, Julio. Chris Yaney said he's been trying to take a shot every time over-the-top sex references are made. Chris Yaney, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning there.
Here we go.
Jared Taylor donating $18.36. Thank you so much, Jared.
Thank you.
$13,220. Thank you so much. We've got
No way.
The Departed.
Oh, The Departed. That's like Matt Damon and Leonardo DiCaprio and isn't that I believe that's a remake of a Hong Kong movie,
Yep.
I think, or a Chinese movie. I'm not entirely certain. It may have actually not been Chinese. It may have been Korean. Actually, I don't know.
I can't remember. Somebody in the chat will know, but yeah, there was a
It's
trilogy.
a great movie.
There was a
It's
trilogy
great
of
movie.
them.
Yeah.
From my understanding.
Well, I hope that Keanu doesn't depart the sex dungeon anytime soon. I'm really struggling. I'm really
that's
struggling
it.
with
Yeah,
these.
it's Korean. Stu said it's Infernal Affairs.
Okay, it's Korean. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get any better than I hope Keanu doesn't depart the sex dungeon. But I mean, it is an action movie. The Departed's a great action movie. And Keanu is very well known for all the action movies that he starred in, such as like John Wick. Yeah, but I suppose John Wick has got the kind of style. It's more of a stylized kind of violence. But I haven't seen The Departed in such a long time. But I did enjoy it very much when I did see it. So yeah.
Great movie. Absolutely great movie. You're one of the most incredible people on the entire planet. And I absolutely adore you. Please tell everybody that's watching, if they're not already aware, and if you're not, you should be, where they can find Verbal Diorama and coming soon Sex Dungeonorama on the web.
Oh my God, it's been amazing. This has flown by. And I had in my mind, like, I wanted to hit like maybe $300. And I think we've gone past $300
I'm pretty sure we have,
in this session. So that's amazing. And I'm just flummoxed and floored. And this is amazing. And for Jess and for Keanu, yeah, Verbal Diorama, it's the podcast that's all about the history and legacy of movies you know, movies you don't. I talk about film stories and film history and productions and all of that cool stuff. And it's nothing like what I've just done. But if you enjoy film history podcasts, then yeah, find Verbal Diorama wherever you find your podcast, because it's everywhere. And yeah, I do obligatory Keanu references every episode, and I promise they're better, marginally better than the ones I've come up with today, because at least I have Google to help me, and I don't have that today. But it's been an absolute joy and a pleasure. Thank you, Nick, for having me. I love you so much. You're an amazing human being.
Thank you for being here.
And I am just in awe of everything that you've done for this. And yeah, it's just been the best fun. And yeah, thank you, everyone who's tuned in and everyone who's watched and everyone who's donated. Thank you so much. You're amazing people. And yeah, come and slide into my DMs and
one more time in the
some
chat,
movies at me.
everybody. One more time in the chat. Hashtag for Jess. Get him up there.
For Jess, because she should be here today. And
Katie says
she would have loved it.
say hi to Keanu for her.
I will. I'll let you have my sloppy seconds, as always.
Oh my goodness. Thank you
my God,
so
this has been
much for
amazing.
being here. I love
Thank you,
so,
everyone.
so much.
Thank you for having me.